Hello, I would like to talk about the mauler. So the first thing to understand about the mauler is you can block all of their attacks. And as long as you have full armor and toughness, health and toughness, you won't die to their overhead. And I should have mentioned this in the Crusher video, but I just kind of forgot. Gold toughness prevents this even more. Like, you just don't lose anything here. So that just makes it as a free out if you really, really, really need it. But another thing about maulers is they're very staggerable. Whenever they do their charging attacks, you can stagger them with like basically any heavy. The only times you can't stagger a mauler are when they're doing standing still attacks. But their standing still attacks are so easy to dodge that even if we stack like a bunch of these up, you're way out of range. And then see, you can just stagger them as they do their little charge-in maneuver. And honestly, that right there is the big weakness of the mauler. The fact that they're so, like, you know, so weak on their charge. Because they also have a million little recovery frames on their attack. That, you dodge one. You know, you stagger one guy coming in, dodge the other one, then hit the other one as he's recovering. So another thing about maulers is that they're all armored, and this actually plays to your benefit due to how the game works. Maulers would be harder to kill if they were unarmored and had the same health points. Look at Ragers for examples of this. So why is that true? Well, that's true because of Uncanny Strike and also dots. So dots latch on to the primary armor type of an enemy, which for these guys is flak. So flak, you can already see. These guys get fucking shredded by grenades or flamers or purge staff or anything like that. But, another thing to consider is because they're armored, Uncanny Strike works on them. Whereas, like, if these guys were you know, Maniac armor, like Ragers, this would not work at all. So this just creates a situation where the enemy being armored actually works to make them weaker. Because now all of your AoE damaging abilities, be it Plasma Gun, Grenade Dot primarily, Purge Staff, Flamer, all that shit starts doing way more damage to them. Another thing about maulers is they always spawn in groups of 4 or 5, depending on the difficulty. Which can seem scary, but they're super staggerable. Like, super staggerable. And I really don't have too much else to say. I guess I can talk about the armor, because they're flak everywhere but the head. Now, despite this, the head being carapace, there's still really never going to be a time when you don't want to hit the head, even if you don't have, like, Uncanny. It's just generally always better to get the head multiplier. Yeah, I really do not have much else to say. They're a very, very simple enemy. As soon as you figure out that just walking backwards nullifies everything they do, because, like, hold on, let me try to showcase this. You can literally just backwalk from, like, almost everything. These quick swipes can still get ya, but sometimes like that you can still get around it. Okay, well, I can't do that on a forward hit. The other thing is, these guys have an even bigger window to dodge their attacks than Crushers do. So let me just spawn, like, a bunch more guys here. And you can see, I don't really have too much issue just standing there, letting them... Oh, fuck, well, I didn't even see that guy. Blind retard. But, yeah, it's really not that big of an issue to just stand there and not even fight back and just avoid them. And then you consider that after every single one of these attacks... They leave themselves super duper wide open. I wasn't even looking at the fucking screen there. I was straight up looking at the recording to make sure this isn't going on too long. I'm really tired if you can't tell. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say about maulers. I think I just stop it there.